Hey guys, Fuchsia here. So today we're going to show a bit of Vincent Runecraft. So Vincent Runecraft got a bit of a boost with basically this gold card, Astral Dancer. So it's basically like give yourself Evo, every turn gain an effect, gain a like words of judgment, basically. If you have the Vincent in. So yeah, I just grabbed the deck from Shadowverse Wins. I changed it a bit. Like instead of like Gabriel's, I put in Ifrits, which I think is a mistake. But is a potential mistake because like you're only running two Vincents, and like I only realized later on. You'll see in the clips, but like Ifrit like doesn't have fanfare either, so like you don't guarantee Magical Gunslinger. Because one of the good things about this deck is like Magical Gunslinger doesn't pull Miser anymore because Miser has a fanfare. So if you only put Vincent and not Ifrit in it, then Magical Gunslinger will only pull Vincent. But you know what? I got a 4-1 on GP with this anyways, so I'm gonna show some games anyways because I still think this deck is pretty good anyways. And like yeah, just the sheer amount of like stats that you can put on board now is like pretty good actually. So yeah, I hope you enjoy these games. Yeah, let's get to them. Okay, so this is my the first game I want to show is against Forestcraft in GP. Of course, the entire reason I still use Runecraft, just so I can use the koan later.
I trust you are here to sing my praises.
And here we get a weird hand. I don't think we want to play Mirror Witch. Mirror Witch is really good in my experience as a finisher, but like not really good as like turn 4 or anything. Unless like you're going extremely aggro, but even then, it's kind of like sus. I kind of wanted to play Orville Bandit for a moment there, but then I realized, you know, there's no way to defer stats and it's just going to be just traded with a Quixotic anyways. So I decided not to. We got a Miser though, which like lets us like trade very well here. Using the Rapid Fire to remove this. Next turn we can play the Dutiful Steed into Revealing Bandit. Typical or slightly slow Forestcraft gameplay here. And in the end I decided to just, because I pulled the Wandering Shaft, I just did this so I could get the card and like damage them. Like, overall, very good. I thought they were going to trade with this, but no, they're just going face. I think it would be wiser for them to trade into the Wandering Shaft there, but like, well, they didn't, you know. And this Miser is still alive, which is very great. Because now we get a lot more. Evo this. Then these become 0 play points, and then we can remove this with a Rapid Fire and go face. And look at this board at turn 4 against Forestcraft. This Elf Queen does help them a bit, but like not enough. Just look at this. Sure, they removed quite a few followers, but like not enough, I think. So here what we do is just trade here, because that can't be affected by the Rapid Fire. Do the Rapid Fire there. Do the Ifrit here. Evo this, and then just play out the stats, because next turn we're gonna try and play Mirror Witch or Supercharge anyways. So this way we have like a pretty okay board. And meanwhile, they're doing their board clear here. But like, look at their HP. They're at 6 HP and no ward. Which means, time for the Mirror Witch. And this is why it's in the deck. You know? Like, it doesn't matter if it summons another Mirror Witch if we just like use it to end the game. And here we go. We even had a like on-charge Rapid Fire there to deal the final damage. So it wasn't even like close there. It's pretty good. Okay, now the second game I wanted to show was against Swordcraft. So this deck against Swordcraft I'm actually feeling pretty good about because like it has like the effect removal from like the I always forget the name of the card. Words of Judgment. Yeah, it has that. It has like stats, So like we can like fight on board, but also like getting the rapid fires for removal, like removing like a samurai, or like, and like we also have the Vincent to like remove effects. So I'm actually quite confident here because Swordcraft doesn't have like a super bursty card either. Here we have the Steadfast. Next turn we could play Magical Gunslinger. And I did play the Magical Gunslinger. And here we see why maybe you don't want to play Ifrit in this deck. Because it doesn't have fanfare, so it will pull an Ifrit. This card doesn't always pull Vincent, and sometimes that is quite bad. In this case though, we do have a Miser, so it's not the end of the world. And sometimes maybe you just want Miser instead of like, and so maybe you want Ifrit sometimes, or rather than Vincent, or like you're fine with either. They're having a slow turn anyway, so it's a bit lucky for us. We can definitely just remove this with a Miser. And once the Miser like stuff starts dropping, it's like it's very scary for Swordcraft.
How did you learn this technique?
See, they're kind of like, whoa, how did you get so lucky? Well, you know, Miser, one play point followers. This is what happens. Turns out they're Walfrid. So that's commendable. But I feel like this deck is even better against Walfrid. Because we have so much removal. I think, actually no, I think it is not as good against Walfrid like to survive, but it's definitely better like to go face with. Because like Walfrid doesn't trade that much. Which is usually okay, but like in this kind of aggressive deck on the board, kind of sus, man. I'm not sure. Either way, maybe we should have evoed the Valiant Bandit there. My mistake. Here's the Armed Butler. Not amazing Armed Butler. Like one more stat would have been really helpful there, but it didn't happen. Now let this live, which is kind of like I'm not sure about that. I ended up using this. This gets more attack. And look at this. 7 damage. And it gets more stats. They have Steadfast here. And the Shinobi Tanuki. So if we see this, it's kind of hard because we don't have effect damage. Because of the Steadfast Samurai. Actually, it's quite enough because we have that card, like this card. I'm sorry, I think I have indigestion. But like this card that we just used, where's the card? Okay, this card that we just used. There's one in the deck, and this is why sometimes you really need the Russian Bane, and sometimes even the Drain. But here, the Russian Bane gives us like a lifeline here. And like now we can just finish this. Because we can just rapid fire here and deal damage to their face. Play this, this goes face. They're at 5 HP and we're at 18. They play another Walfrid, but we know we've won. Because we have the Witch, again, in our hand. And this is pretty funny actually. This is one reason you might want to run Ifrit. Some people don't realize that when you destroy the Ifrit amulet, the Ifrit comes out. But yeah, that's pretty funny. So now we have lethal on board. Well, not anymore, but like still.
My bad.
I apologize, just go face.
Could it be clear who the best here is?
Pretty funny game, pretty easy game actually in the end. But yeah. Think really hard if you want to include Ifrit or not, basically. Okay, last game I wanted to show for now is against Dragoncraft. So Aggro Dragon. The matchup against Aggro Dragon is very tough. Because technically, it all depends on the timing of the razzias, right? Because like if they play the razzias after you have your you start like rolling on your words of judgment, like you can just like negate all of it and like remove a large part of their damage. But like if they don't, like if they don't play like if they play Razia first before you can play Vincent, then like they could get that damage in, which sometimes is a problem. We do have 3 Misers though, which is quite good for us. Especially once they play the Reggie here and don't trade. I mean, I guess they're Aggro Dragon, and they expect us not to be able to trade into this. But thankfully, we have the Miser, which lets us actually trade into that. Then we put a Dutiful Steed here. Now they can't trade into the Miser, which is good for us. We do play the Encounter from Deep into the Gagazola. I think that's just so that it's guaranteed damage, because that card only does damage on Clash. Meanwhile, if you give it Storm, then it doesn't need the Clash. It still does the same amount of damage, but like it doesn't need the Clash to do it. Either way, just we got the Vincent out first here, so Razia is a lot less scary. You know what is scary though is 12 HP and turn 4. It's quite scary. Thankfully, we do have 2 Misers, so we can clear these pretty easily. Just play one of them, then play a Miser, and play the Dutiful Steed, and play the Miser. I could have played this better, I think, but well, whatever, you know? And then we can just do this, and then we can start actually rapid firing things.
Continue to believe.
Rapid fire. Rapid fire. Pretty good. Doing damage to their face. Just 3 damage. And this Balefire can remove this board. With that Arcane Personal Carry too. Fiaran is a bit odd. But I guess this isn't like pure Aggro Dragon then, because why would you run Fiaran? It's kinda odd. Honestly, right now there's a lot of like weird dragons going on. So I'm like surprised and also not surprised at the same time. Either way, spending 0 damage on that. Then we do the Astral Dancer here. Do the Rapid Fire. Do the Words of Judgment. Deal damage to our face. Astral Dancer again, just so we can increase our stats every turn once more. Then Words of Judgment once more, just to like get that number rolling. And we have 2 Terra Novas here for wards. And also the Artistic Arcanist for another ward. So things are looking pretty okay. So what I do here is play the Quixotic, which I think is a mistake. I think perhaps we shouldn't have played the Quixotic first. Just that we could save that for the Mirror Witch. But you know, it's done. Anyways, they do this. And they just ignore the 3-3 and go face. They didn't even Evo though, like they're 1 off with the Evo. It took me a while to like realize those lethal, but basically you can get lethal just by playing the Dutiful Steed. Then you can spam the Words of Judgment and deal like 3 damage to their face. Doing Words of Damage again and again, there's 3 damage there. Then there's 6 damage from the Mirror Witch. Here we have lethal. So yeah, Mirror Witch always the MVP in as like the finisher. So yeah, 3 HP, but we won against Aggro Dragon. Pretty good, pretty good. And I got a 4-1. Okay, so that was the deck, guys, the new Vincent deck with Astral Dancer. Honestly, it's less impactful than I thought it would be. It does certainly help, like especially if you go like Valiant Bandit into Astral Dancer, it could like really snowball. But like it's not the game changer that I thought it would be for the set. But like just because of how the meta shape is I can't talk. Just because of how the meta is shaping up right now, I think it's pretty good, this deck. Whether or not you want to include a Xeno Ifrit is on you. I think maybe not, because then you could actually guarantee the Vincent and run less of him. But I just like Ifrit and I'm stupid, so I just put him in. And actually at least I got 4-1 and qualified for the A finals and the GP, so yeah. Is this the most amazing variant of the deck? Maybe not, but is this a good archetype and deck in general? I think yes. Especially with the Mirror Witch as the finisher. I don't know if you can play Mirror Witch in the mid game, but as a finisher, it's pretty good. So yeah, I think that's all for now, guys. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video. Give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and if you love the video, give me a sub. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter and join the Discord server, and of course, follow me and watch me on Twitch, where you can see me play games live. And like always, have a great day.